A couple of years ago, a friend of mine had a bruise on his arm, and I instinctively went to press on it really hard. And he yelped in pain, and he asked why on earth I did that, and I said, "What do you mean?" "Obviously, to help your bruise heal faster." He stared at me, and when he realized that I was being serious, he said, "Asha, that is objectively wrong. Why do you think that?" And I said, "What do you mean? Obviously, it's the truth. Like, if you press on your bruise really hard, it heals faster." And he said, "Quickly do a Google search and just tell me what you see." And I did, and I found out that I was wrong, obviously, right? And he said, "Why did you think that all of these years, that if you press on your bruise hard, it would heal? Like, that just seems, if you really even think about it, it doesn't seem right." And so I thought about it and realized, yeah, why do I think that? Why did I accept that as true and had never thought about it at all? And I had realized it's because growing up, that was what my mom would do. When I had a bruise, she would press really hard. I would yelp in pain and I ask her, "Why are you doing this?" And she said, "It would help your bruises heal faster because that's what your grandma taught me and did to me as well." And in that moment, I had realized that how many other things do I just accept as completely true just because it was taught to me as a kid growing up. Things that aren't just objectively wrong, but I could just find out the truth in just a quick Google search. Now, as you know, on this channel, I talk a lot about how we pick up the emotional behavior, the biases, the unhealthy habits from our parents, but we also pick up a lot of their beliefs as well, and we just accept them as true. And here's the thing, oftentimes we end up finding out that these beliefs are just completely flat out wrong, or they just don't align with who we are. For example, I once had a client who had this belief that wanting to make more money is a greedy, icky thing to do because her parents taught her that wanting to make more money is just very shameful. And she had carried this belief throughout her entire professional life. It was after working together she had realized that actually she does want to make more money. She wants to afford more things for herself and her family and have better experiences. But she had this aversion throughout her entire life towards pitching for bigger jobs, bigger roles at better companies because she didn't want to come off as money hungry. And she'd find all the reasons to validate that belief. Like, she'd find people in her life who are people who wanted to make more money and make a lot of money, and they were vocal about it, but they were also unhealthy. And she'd be like, look at them being all money hungry and unhealthy. I don't want to be like that. And then she'd fail to realize that there were people in her life who were making a lot of money and they were healthy, but she just happened to not even pay attention to them. Another client of mine had this belief that people are not to be trusted because growing up, her mom told her that people will take personal information about you and use it to their benefit, so always hold back. And as a result, throughout her entire life, she has always held back in friendships and relationships, and she didn't even know what it meant to just open up and create meaningful relationships because she was always worried that doing so would mean that people would take advantage of her. And she didn't even know that she was holding that belief. She didn't realize that she was holding back and not showing up fully as herself in her closest relationships. So as the title of this video says, always question everything. And this is not to be combative or defensive, but just to make sure that every belief or perspective that you hold is one that you truly believe in and has made the intentional effort to know why you believe in it, and not just because it was something that was taught to you at a young age. You might completely agree with some of the beliefs that were taught to you growing up, so long as it is a belief that you consciously decided to believe in. So where do you start when it comes to questioning your beliefs when very often we don't even realize what kind of beliefs we're carrying? Similar to how I didn't realize that I carried the belief that if you press on your bruises really hard, they heal faster. So for starters, let's look at the big pillars of your life: your friendships, your relationships, your work life, your finances, and your health. And here are some questions you can ask yourself. What does your idea of a successful life look like? Is it when you make more money? Is it when you create a family? Is it when you help out family or help causes that you like or tap into your creative energy? Do you hold how much money you make as a crucial part to your value as a person? Do you feel greedy or shameful when it comes to asking for more money or wanting more money? Do you feel guilt when buying things that make you happy even though they're not absolutely necessary? Do you want to get married? Do you want to start a family and raise children? Do you believe that pressing on your wounds really hard make them heal faster? Do you believe that people are inherently good or bad or neither? Do you feel shameful or embarrassed to tap into your sensuality? Do you feel like you're only cool when you've got a certain number of friends or achieved a certain type of lifestyle? Do you believe that respect should be given regardless of age? What gains your respect? What takes it away? When do you qualify someone as a healthy, good person in your books? And when do you qualify someone as an unhealthy, toxic person in your books? Do you believe that putting your needs first is a selfish thing to do? Do you feel like your needs are just too much for people to handle? Do you feel bad when you spend time doing nothing productive? What do you call lazy versus resting? As you hear these questions, you might have some strong opinions, and I love that. I just want you to question all of them. Some of my biggest growth in life came from me questioning very strong beliefs that I closely held. The ones that I felt deep down instinctively were just absolutely right, only to realize that I was flat out wrong. And I mean, I can look back a couple of years and realize there was so many hills that I was willing to die on. I was like, this is absolutely right. Only now to look back and be like, I don't agree with any of those things at all. How could I think that? Oh my goodness, those were just wrong. So question everything. Strive to be the kind of person that wants to know exactly why they believe something. Look forward to being wrong so that you can grow and hold better beliefs that align with you. And most importantly, give yourself the space to change your beliefs entirely. You are ever evolving, and don't ever attach yourself to a kind of character or the person you think you are in your head. Always allow yourself to grow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.